Samsy. All right, everybody, gather around. It's story time. What story do we got today, Samsy? Well, we're going to continue on with The Island of Dr. Moreau, Part 5. And we're just going to read a story to these kitties, and they're just going to sit here and look at us pretty much the whole time. There's no backflips or nothing today, so you're only here for the story today. Now, when we left this sucker off, this island of Dr. Moreau, Edward and Montgomery had made it up on deck, and Edward was looking around and wondering what in the heck is the captain going to do with all these animals. He had a bunch of animals in cages and whatnot. So we'll pick it up there. What are these beasts for? Merchandise? Curios? Does the captain think he is going to sell them somewhere in the South Seas? It looks like it, doesn't it? Said Montgomery, and turned towards the wake again. Suddenly, we heard a yelp and a volley of furious blasphemy from the companion hatchway, and the deformed man with the black face clambered up hurriedly. He was immediately followed by a heavy, red-haired man in a white cap. At the sight of the former, the staghounds, who had all tired of barking at me by this time, became furiously excited, howling and leaping against their chains. The black hesitated before them, and this gave the red-haired man to come up with him and deliver a tremendous blow between the shoulder blades with his fist. The poor devil went down like a felled ox and rolled in the dirt among the furiously excited dogs. It was lucky for him that they were muzzled. The red-haired man gave a yawp of exultation and stood staggering and, as it seemed to me, in serious danger of either going backwards down the companion hatchway or forwards upon his victim. So soon as the second man had appeared, Montgomery had started forward. "Steady on there," he cried, in a tone of remonstrance. A couple of sailors appeared on the forecastle. The black-faced man, howling in a singular voice, rolled about under the feet of the dogs. No one attempted to help him. The brutes did their best to worry him, butting their muzzles at him. There was a quick dance of their lithe gray bodies over the clumsy prostrate figure. The sailors forward shouted to them as though it was an admirable sport. Montgomery gave an angry exclamation and went striding down the deck, and I followed him. In another second, the black-faced man had scrambled up and staggered forward. He stumbled up against a bulwark by the main shrouds, where he remained panting and glaring over his shoulder at the dogs. The red-haired man laughed a satisfied laugh. "Look here, Captain," said Montgomery, with his lisp a little accentuated, gripping the elbows of the red-haired man. "This won't do." I stood behind Montgomery. The captain came half round and regarded him with the dull and solemn eyes of a drunken man. "Why, won't do," he said, and added, after looking sleepily into Montgomery's face for a minute, "Blasted sawbones!" With a sudden movement, He shook his arms free, and after 2 ineffectual attempts, stuck his freckled fists into his side pockets. "That man's a passenger," said Montgomery. "I'd advise you to keep your hands off him." "Go to hell," said the captain loudly. He suddenly turned and staggered towards the side. "Do what I like on my own ship," he said. I think Montgomery might have left him then, seeing the brute was drunk, but he only turned a shade paler and followed the captain to the bulwarks. "Look here, Captain," he said, "that man of mine is not to be ill-treated. He has been hazed ever since he came aboard." For a minute, alcoholic fumes kept the captain speechless. "Blasted sawbones," was all he considered necessary. I could see that Montgomery had an ugly temper, and I saw too that this quarrel had been some time growing. "The man's drunk," said I. "Perhaps officiously you'll do no good." Montgomery gave an ugly twist to his dropping lip. "He's always drunk. Do you think that excuses his assaulting his passengers?" "My ship," began the captain, waving his hand unsteadily toward the cages, "was a clean ship. Look at it now." It was certainly anything but clean. "Crew," continued the captain. "Clean, respectable crew. You agreed to take the beasts. I wish I'd never set eyes on your infernal island. What the devil? Want beasts for on an island like that? Then that man of yours understood he was a man? He's a lunatic. He hadn't no business aft. Do you think the whole damn ship belongs to you? Your sailors began to haze the poor devil as soon as he came aboard. That's just what he is. He's a devil, an ugly devil. My men can't stand him. I can't stand him. None of us can't stand him, nor you either." Montgomery turned away. "You leave that man anyhow," he said, nodding his head as he spoke. But the captain meant to quarrel now. He raised his voice. "If he comes this end of the ship again, I'll cut his insides out, I tell you. Cut out his blasted insides. Who are you to tell me what I am to do? I tell you, I'm captain of this ship, captain and owner. I am the law here. I tell you, the law and the prophets. I bargained to take a man and this attendant to and from Africa and bring back some animals. I never bargained to carry a mad devil and a silly sawbones. Ah, well, never mind what he called Montgomery. I saw the latter take a step forward and interposed. "He's drunk," said I. The captain began some abuse even fouler than the last. "Shut up," I said, turning on him sharply, for I had seen danger in Montgomery's white face. With that, I brought the downpour on myself. However, I was glad to avert what was uncommonly near a scuffle. Even at the price of the captain's drunken ill will, I do not think I have ever heard quite so much vile language come in a continuous stream from any man's lips before, though I have frequented eccentric company enough I found some of it hard to endure, though I am a mild-tempered man. But certainly when I told the captain to shut up, I had forgotten that I was merely a bit of human flotsam, cut off from my resources with my fare unpaid, a mere casual dependent on the bounty or speculative enterprise of this ship. He reminded me of it with considerable vigor, but at any rate I prevented a fight. All right. Ooh, we just wrapping it up, too. That's good timing, because that's the end of the chapter. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll catch you next time. Samsy. And we'll leave you just a little bit of the big old Rosie.